Hey everybody, we're back. Thanks for watching that break. We actually have... Ooh, sorry, it's cracking my back there. Ah, feels so good. We'll get the next game coming up here soon as the vetoes are pretty much sorted. So to be clear, time-wise, we're about 20 minutes behind schedule. Hopefully this might not be too bad as far as like the overall scheme of things, because we did leave some breathing room for later. But I would hope we could squeeze in every good player that plays today. Like, get Beastie, get Stefano, get Rainer type thing.
Yeah, I mean, Lillekanin plays pretty aggressively sometimes in TvT, so we could be in for a quick one. And we got 2 TvTs back to back as well, which TvT is one of these weird matchups where it can be like super quick, ends on one base, or it can be a bit longer. But it's very rare, I think, to see like a super long TvT unless someone's cracking out mech, which doesn't happen all the time.
Why is my Streamlabs updating correctly? No, it's not. Okay, hang on. Let me refresh this. Play that again. I was gonna restart that. Okay, so we got a couple subs coming in too. By the way, thank you, Pharaoh's GG was a brand new sub, so we'll be adding that to the pot. I guess I'll get like a ticker going here, so we can keep track of how much is what. We can go whenever they're ready. By the way, I'm gonna skip the intro in this one. But yeah, we'll be keeping a ticker at some point. The reason though is, and someone brought this up in chat saying, doesn't Subtember not start till 11 Pacific? And you are correct. 1 hour from now is when the 50% deal begins. We just didn't, there was no point in waiting for that to start. Plus a lot of players wouldn't have been available to play. So again, we'll get the sub money rolling later, but we've already got about 3 new subs for the day. So that's what, 750 something for the King's pot.
Cannot wait to see the reaction of the King right now. It's gonna be,
like,
they're gonna be so happy. No, obviously I feel grow obviously when the deal begins, I'm sure.
Yeah, if you guys want to look into it more, I'm sure Twitch is going to have some announcements as it goes live. The Too Long Didn't Read version is, it's going to be 50% off for any new channel subscriptions. So again, if you've been on the channel before, unfortunately I don't think it'll work, but I think upgrading your subscription to a new tier is supposed to work. Plus again, we're going to be applying this deal of a benefit over on Wardy's channel too. So if you guys sub to Wardy, even though he's not online, he's not streaming, but you sub to him, it will be added to the prize pool as well, and we'll get him to recap that with us as we go. That being said, it's game number 1 for the Subtember Summit. It's the second best of 3 in today's King of the Hill. And in the bottom right, it's the challenger approacheth Lillekanin.
But will he kill the King? Top left-hand side is Clem, who had a very impressive TVZ to kick us off today. It's always interesting to see players going from one matchup to the other. Just change it up, see what they can do.
Rumor has it that our Green Terran's nickname is Lillekanin.
Lillekanin.
Did you know
is that really
Danish for small rabbit?
is that really a rumor? Or is that just you trying to like put a different letter at the start of his name?
He's gonna kill his opponent with a canine. I don't know. Yeah, it's just, you know what? It's gonna be a sweet nickname if he wins. Okay, that's how it'll work out here. But yeah, so Lillekanin, by the way, I guess to note, we on the channel here on BaseTradeTV, we've come to love him for a lot of various different things, and most of it's been his mech builds. I'm not sure if he'll be pulling out mech in TvT because it's a little bit more frustrating to deal with, but I would love to see it for sure.
Yeah, I think he probably will. He plays mech against Protoss a lot of the time, right? So you tell the guy that plays mech against Protoss that mech against Terran can be a bit harder. I don't think he's gonna care. Like, I think he'll be pretty committed if it gets to that stage. Like I said, TvT can be a bit aggressive kind of in the earlier stages, so you know, we might just see the game ended on one base apiece. Lillekanin has not done anything crazy so far, but I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in this series he just builds his entire like 1-1-1 build order on Clem's side of the map or something. Because he is that sort of player, or
yeah, he's
double rack sweeper. Yeah, he is. He loves the proxies, so we'll see. But now fairly standard though. And fairly defensive too.
Audio skipping back every 30 seconds. All right, guys. Again, I mean, it looks all good on my end, but if you guys are seeing any problems, let us know. Today we're not running with a delay, so I can adjust things a lot more quickly. Normally people bring up the issue, right? They gotta wait 3 minutes to see if it got fixed or not. It's a lot easier to do on no delay, so we can sort things accordingly. But hey, we got another brand new sub, so I believe that's a grand total of 4. SGX Silberfuchs. I don't know if I said that correctly, but I was really scared of saying that very, very wrong. So I'll take that middle ground. So yeah, that again, like at the rate this is going, that's about $10 added for the King's Pot. We did put a cap on this though, so people are aware. And I might remove the cap for our channel if the sub train is insane, but up to $1,000 for us and up to $250 can be added on Wardy's behalf. Gotta get that sub money. Gotta get that sub money.
Sub money. I'm sure there's a song to make that. Wouldn't mind. Gets killed.
Even with this awesome 50% off deal that's coming, I really don't think we're gonna hit those caps. But if we did, that'd be so sick. I had no problem paying out like $1,000.
Oh yeah, that'd be insane, right? Like, that'd be like really. That'd be like a day you talk about for the next few months, I think.
Yeah.
Like, it would be. We'll see. You never know what the community's capable of. Sometimes they pull something out the hat.
Well, Lillekanin's pulling something out of the hat right now too. Faster third CC like this, not a bad thing at all, but it is, of course, his choice to do this instead of getting army. This is where Clem, especially because he's going 3 Cyclones all innovation style, might actually find a kill move if he gets across the map quick enough. Because Lillekanin, as we see here, like the Banshee's kind of revealed there's not a lot here to defend at home.
Yeah, there really isn't. I mean, Clem gets a perfect read on what's going on, so now he can make that judgment call of, do I go across the map or do I not? And I saw a delay on the CC that was built into the side, by the way. That natural delayed quite heavily. And so Clem, the fact he also built his CC in position, Clem, that will help him kind of make up for this. And in general, he'll just be the aggressor for the next few minutes, while obviously Lillekanin will look to sit back and try and build that eco and just defend.
Yeah, and I just realized his orbital they made is not the one that's floating over. That's awkward. That's super awkward.
Oh my god, did you see that Reaper flying away?
No, sorry, I was looking at command centers.
That's what the Reaper literally went like straight over to the right side of the screen as it got blown up by the wooden mine. It got destroyed. Absolutely.
Oh,
I love it. This
is such a money problem for Lillekanin. The fact that he couldn't get those orbitals going right away.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a, everything's kind of not falling apart, but not going perfectly. Lots of Vikings on the way for him, by the way, and I kind of feel as though we're probably going to see extra factories kind of soon. The fact he's already building so much into the air army, he's already got a third gas. Obviously he could still just be playing super defensive, but
unlikely.
I would just be so surprised if he added extra barracks on, man. It's just not his style. It's not what he does.
Well, that's what I said. It's all about that mech play and wanting to see it. And there's the second factory. So this is a bit weird, though, because he does this on the back end of going for 3 CCs really quickly. If the third CC were to float out soon and he was like looking to really get his gas count going early or something, I'm like, okay, sure. But he didn't even take all 4 gases. Like, when you're going mech, it's not cheap to get the production buildings. The factories alone are like 100 gas. So to even be able to build your units, it's going to cost you a lot of your army.
Yeah, it's mech takes a while to get going, and that's why Lillekanin is playing super defensive here. Which, actually with 2 Ravens, Vikings in the sky, a couple tanks, it's surprising what you can hold off with that sort of setup. So, I mean, that's kind of the power of mech. It's just insanely good at sitting back and being the defender. So, meanwhile, Clem's still getting his stim up. No third CC for him yet. He isn't even going into 4th and 5th racks before third CC. So he's really all about the aggression. I'm a little bit worried about Lillekanin moving forwards here. Aggressively positioning. I mean, this position's annoying to deal with from Clem's side of things, but he has quite a lot to start dealing with it if he can figure this out.
Oh, that's cool. Apparently, our new sub, by the way, says his name is German for Silver Fox. Yeah. Silberfuchs. I can kind of see that. Looks like Cyclone's got in the dead zone of the tank. A little bit awkward here as the SUVs could have saved it, but the tank goes down. And Cyclone's actually going to get away.
Wow.
Yo, this position though on Lillekanin, I normally love this, right? This is played to the map, to the strengths of the tanks. But there's no auto turrets coming down out of the Ravens. He's like really missing out on a lot of opportunity for damage here.
I wonder if he wants to save them for when maybe Clem was thinking of pushing in, because now Clem does push in and there isn't that many auto turrets. Maybe he's in a little bit of trouble. Okay, there's still quite a few auto turrets coming down. Well, I mean, Clem will clean this up, but it was expensive.
Well, you say at what cost, right? Like, that was actually not cost-effective to do at all. Vikings land on the back line, kill some more SUVs on top of this. Clem now down to 38 workers, and she gets up and gets out of there. Not often do you see those Vikings lift up again to escape.
Yeah, this was really nice, making the most of it in the end. It took him a little while to do it, but in the end seem to be worthwhile, right? We see a counterattack now by Clem, but well, he actually has quite a large army supply, but against tanks that on the way out could be difficult.
Semi-ring of turrets coming to defend the base, and yeah, when you play mech like this, you typically rely, not just need, but you rely on air dominance, and having like these missile turrets, having these Vikings, there should not be the opportunity for Clem to drop in here, and if he does, I'd be amazed. This attack to the north walking in probably has a better chance.
Yeah, but he's actually going to bypass the natural completely, and if he gets into the main, there is nothing immediately in position. There's one tank which is just dropping now. Clem kind of unloads in a bit of an awkward spot where the units of Lillekanin can come in quite easily.
You know, all he's got to do is kill the medevacs, and then the Ravens and that tank will eventually clean up what's left.
Yeah, the position Clem drops in doesn't immediately deal damage, right? Like, it's not next to the mineral line.
There was no need to pull those SCVs. Why would you do this?
Exactly. Yeah, this was a little bit strange. A little bit stranger than it needed to be, but I mean, at the same time, he's still doing... I still want to say he's doing okay. I mean, he's a heaven worker still. He still has a 5th CC to 2 CCs as well. Clem is trying to do what he can, but again, it's kind of difficult without being able to push in properly, which you can't. Like, Lillekanin isn't trying to take his bird right now, so he isn't being pushed too far out.
Well, this is certainly an interesting way for the workers to get leveled out. There's got some awkward SCVs here that aren't rallied. Hopefully he'll figure that out here soon. My problem for Lillekanin is, okay, regardless of the SCV pull there or not, like, on one hand, he's got air control and he's still producing Vikings. That's awesome. Downside, though, is like, without one Liberator mixed in here, there's no real advantage to that air control, right? Like, you can push back tanks with a single Liberator easily if your Vikings control the skies.
Yeah, I mean, it's helping him kind of push back the medevacs every now and then. It's helping him, it's stopping Clem from getting the vision to push forward with his own tanks. But he's not making any progress out of his 2 bases, which I think, as you're saying, is kind of the issue, right? At some point, he has to make use of that 3rd base. Otherwise, the advantage he invested into early is not really going to be an advantage at all.
Kind of forgot he did this because he hasn't used it. If you didn't bring it up now, I would have just forgot he had it entirely.
Yeah, I mean, it's been kind of weird, and in the income, like, there's been, for the most part, Clem has been, until just now, when I think a bunch of mules dropped down, Clem's been kind of controlling the income as well, despite the lack of a 3rd base. So it's really kind of weird how this is going. And as as the bio player, keeping the mechan player away from a 5th and 6th gas is so important, because it really will just stop them from hitting that kind of steamroll level of production, which makes mech super duper scary.
It's terrifying to hit the production tab. Excuse me, the tech tab. There's nothing like Lillekanin. I would argue that if he had like Blue Flame, at least through this, you can mass produce Hellions, but that's not even the case here. In fact, I don't even... With 1-1 coming up, that's going to help the tanks, really, and that's... This is tough for him, because, again, this soft contain out of Clem is not committed. He's got a good enough army to fight if he needed to anyways. To have a single Liberator on the other side of the map.
Yeah, this is annoying, but only gets a couple of workers before the Marines clean it up. Again, for Clem, like, he isn't really intrigued in taking like a massive fight or anything. He just wants to delay the 3rd base, unless like Lillekanin walks way too far forwards. This fight was kind of so-so, no one really losing too much. Clem just still delaying, and the more he delays, the better it is for him, because he'll just be maxing out and having more units to throw at the mech player as the 3rd base finally does get taken.
Ravens have got enough energy. They could honestly do pretty well here with point defense drones. I mean, the Marauders are the majority of the damage, and as we see, there we go, absorbs a volley but loses a Raven.
It's not... It's so tough, right? Lillekanin really wants this base, but it's just taking him so long to get it. Now he pushes the tank forward, but he's going to lose it. I mean, the bio player picking off tanks, it's nice. You stop that critical mass coming up, it gets, again, even more difficult.
Well, this is where that one Liberator needed to be produced forever ago. It's finally coming out now, because if the Marines dived in to kill that Liberator, his own tanks would kill them. His own tanks would cover his Liberator.
Yeah.
Instead, he's just bleeding out units to Clem's tanks. He's bleeding out Ravens and Vikings to the Marines.
It really makes no sense, right? You build into that air army, and again, like, the lack of a Liberator has just meant that he didn't make any use of it. Like, again, he's picked away at a medevac or two, but considering the situation he's in, that really isn't enough here. As Vikings again just pushed away momentarily. Tank still firing from Lillekanin. Another tank going down, and this orbital position finally is going to get onto the 3rd base. Is this bio just going to try and snipe it down?
Okay, so Lillekanin took his third at like 8 minutes in the game, but he hasn't actually taken his third till now. Meanwhile, Clem's on a fourth.
Yeah. I mean, this is perfect. You're talking about bio against mech, and you're like, the bio player should be out expanding. That's exactly what he's doing. He's doing exactly what he needs to be doing to be in the right position now, and he just needs to be careful. I think at this point, you back away from this first phase, because you don't gain much from continuing to run into siege tank volleys.
Right, and this whole game has been, for Clem, a soft contain, not a committed contain, not a hard contain. Like, he really just wanted to delay that as long as possible, and he did exactly that over the course of the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. He's, again, delayed, and now he's set up with a large army in the center with a bit of an army to the right. He'll try drop into the main, which I don't think he can do, because the missile turrets are well positioned. I mean, this is the issue with mech on Abyssal Reef, from the bio player's perspective, is that it's very hard to break them if they just sit on 3 or 4 bases, because those bases are very easy to hold. So that could be Clem's problem here, trying to actually find an opening to take advantage of his advantage, I guess.
Well, classic tank positioning down here will remove the missile turrets and even that sensor tower after a time. Clem can, of course, afford to just scan this even if he doesn't have high ground vision for the Viking. But this is where Lillekanin's Liberator becomes crucial. He needs to set this up to drive back those tanks. Instead, it's sitting over here, not quite fully covering a ramp. So again, I love Lillekanin, guys. I don't want to be like too harsh on him, but there are some serious mistakes being made this game, and they're like really simple composition ones that are just absolutely giving Clem all the leads.
Yeah, Clem's doing it wonderfully, but again, it is kind of just taking advantage of the mistakes of Lillekanin too. I mean, Lillekanin's going to defend his natural, but it takes such a big commitment of units over there, and it's actually maybe going to open up Clem's opportunity to drop on top of tanks over here. No, I mean, sort of. I try to think if it was worthwhile. I don't think so. 1 or 2 tanks?
If he had gotten those extra 2 tanks, I think that would have been worth it, but
yeah, it's very close to being worthwhile. Now he's losing tanks and medevacs over on the left-hand side as well, so Lillekanin's fighting back a little bit. He's making some more progress here.
Well, this is mech though, right? The point is you want your opponent to throw themselves at you. You want them to come at you while you sit here fortified, defended, and turtle style. So, like, we're watching Lillekanin and talking about all these things that he's not doing well to push Clem back. But I guess we have kind of not spoken about how he doesn't necessarily need to push Clem back. He can slowly defend and slowly creep out to 4ths and 5ths and 6ths.
Yeah, I really feel as though what Clem maybe should do with his advantage, which he's starting to do now, is take the air control. Take the extra starports while you're forcing factory units and tanks out to defend. Take the air control where you can then all of a sudden add your own liberators and then push back or something like that. Well, what happened? I've got no idea. Was it a marine fight?
Yeah, the marine flew off the map in the liberator shot. That was so funny.
Abyssal Reef is like this sick as well. We need more maps underwater just for the physics of unit depths. Like,
yeah, I know that's so the logic, right? It's underwater, but like I'm also a little bit like, why doesn't this happen in space?
Yeah, it's true. We really need better unit depths in the other maps, man. It's
also,
so fun to watch.
There's some like straight up SpongeBob SquarePants logic under Abyssal Reef 2 where units like burn to death and you're like, what?
Yeah. I mean, I also don't think they're meant to fly off to the side so quickly if they're underwater. Like, that also makes less sense than fly off to the space.
You gotta consider how much crazy force, right? Like, water, you can't fire bullets into a water because it stops their momentum so hardcore. To fling a marine like that, can you imagine the force behind that? That's why Liberators are so scary. But yo, Clem comes in for the break. Big spread, lots of marauders. Too much in the sky for Lillekanin. GG. Clem takes game number 1.
Yeah, he really played this super nicely. I like it. I love it, honestly. He played it so slowly, so patiently. He knew what he had to do and when he had to do it. And again, never overcommitted in at any point and stuff like that, which is obviously really important. Like, because if he runs into that tank line a couple too many times, he can't make that break happen. He can't create that situation where, you know, he's able to push on through and he's able to break 3 or 4 minutes from now. So I need to get my authenticator while I relog.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure why why'd you relog?
Because there's lobby bugs. Sometimes happens when I host, so I have to relog them. Yeah, it's really silly.
Well, hey, Lupa, thank you for the 36-month resubs. It's 3 freaking years. What? Love you guys. Hope you're doing well. XX Rifkin, tell the viewers about the soap. Sorry, nope. Nope. Thank you to Lupa. Thank you, Oak Warrior, for the 26-month sub. Who the hell is this Duddles guy, anyways? Mad Dog 69 for 2 months to say I want a real Partouf, LOL, or another real Partouf. I guess technically if you start over, I wouldn't know. You could trick me into giving you one. And then Rhymer 19 was a brand new 12-month sub, so that means you are eligible for a Partouf, sir. But oh, this next map has a hell of an intro, and it's kind of long, so I'm gonna start playing it now. Feel free to go whenever, Wardy. We'll see you guys in game for Ascension Ire. You know what? Nope. I thought this was Acolyte. I take it back. We got a normal intro. So whenever the players are ready, we'll play that wub. I got excited. We'll see you guys in the game. Yeah, those wubs. That's what I want to see in chat when we're doing intros, guys. Thank you so much for that. I've adjusted my volume a little bit. Hopefully this is better. People were saying I'm a little bit quiet compared to Wardy, so again,
wow.
Just let me know, guys.
I'm the loud one. That's insane.
Just as we said, let us know. We'll adjust as we go. But Wardy, you called it last game. He's in the top left, but only for now. It's the Green Terran, Lillekanin.
And let's see what the defense of our man in the bottom right will be like. It is the Red Terran, Clem. Already $50 up today, one map away from being $100 in pocket, and with another match to play.
Yeah, I mean, even if there was no subscribers adding to the prize pool today, somebody who won every single game, so Clem potentially here, could have walked away with $600 in his pocket. Way better than a weekly cup, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of an improvement. You do see that proxy coming down for Lillekanin. This is going to be, I think, proxy everything. Proxy racks, factory starport. He loves this build. But Clem's scouting already. He's going to sort of see what's up. And, I mean, a lot of the time against a proxy, at least knowing it's coming is a big, big advantage right from the get-go.
Yeah, it tells you not to be greedy. It tells you not to take the faster command center. And sometimes it'll tell you to make a bunker. Yeah,
I mean, he's going to see this right now, so Clem can respond as he wishes. And again, obviously it's a little bit awkward because he doesn't quite know what this is. Is it proxy reapers? I guess over time he sees the double gas and you'll sort of begin to figure it out perhaps and put 2 and 2 together. And also you'll see the lack of reapers approaching his base. So over time he gets more info. But now he's actually kind of okay. First reaper out. Lillekanin isn't really going to pressure immediately. He's building a reactor next to his factory, so maybe reacted cyclones. That can be kind of scary though. You can do a lot of damage. Nope, can be marines with whatever comes on the factory.
Well, even if it's cyclones, and yes, cyclones totally have the ability to bust bunkers, it's still going to be tough to go through any bunker that Clem sets up. So setting one up, I think, is a really smart move in the first place. My concern, though, is that, I don't know, Lillekanin, if he waits and does, like, say, an elevator move or something, then this bunker in the front might mean nothing.
Yeah, that's very true. The starport's on the way up now. Yeah, you have to make sure you've got enough behind as well to protect your main. So maybe even another bunker near the mineral line.
This Reaper on the other side of the map, starting to interject here, is like actually a huge problem for Lillekanin.
Yeah. If Clem micros this correctly, it could just be like endless amounts of damage until... I mean, he's already actually sent Marines home to deal with it, which is already units that are not going to be part of this attack, which obviously was kind of the intention of Lillekanin to throw everything he could at Clem. So this Reaper doing great damage, and so just the way Clem gets kind of ahead while not being the proxy player. 4 workers killed, they're going to go up to 5 soon. Not good.
Well, other side of the map, there's actually not a full wall off. There's a chance Lillekanin just pushes up, but not through that bunker, I don't think. And of course,
a
this
second
Reaper...
cyclone about to finish as well. Like,
oh, Reaper actually gets caught, so he cleans it up. I thought that was going to be a lot more problems because, you know, the Reaper can take on 2 Marines. That's not a problem, usually.
Sure, but I mean, he's already lost so much. Like being 6 workers down in this situation when he's the player who already has to try and end the game, right?
Oh, I love this. He's going to use the barracks for high ground vision, but this is where the importance of that cyclone and even some lock-ons come in. Because Lillekanin could have maybe, not likely, but maybe taken a high ground fight, low ground fight if he had range in that bunker. And that's not the case anymore, though. And this is, I hate to say it, this might already be over. I don't want to call it too soon because he's got a tank, he's got Vikings, he's going to have units to fight with here. But as you said, down workers, and Clem's defending this appropriately already. This is such a good spot for our Red Terran.
Clem might even just, when he sees the tank, he could even just pull a few SCVs in because he can afford to lose a few and just completely wipe this out the first time around so that it never becomes an issue. Like, yeah, it's tough. Then again, you know, we're only one bad fight away from Clem of Lillekanin taking a position on the ramp and sieging up and hitting mineral lines, and then Clem could be in trouble. So it's not over, it's just Lillekanin is the one who has to make the move, and that's never going to be easy being the aggressor against the defender in this scenario.
Barracks almost sides to the Vikings. Kind of funny to see. This is actually really bad for Clem. They just took a volley there. It's not a lot to repair, but that is now the opportunity for Lillekanin to get a little bit of air vision, a little bit of dominance, kill a depot, maybe poke away at that bunker.
Yeah, there's a little bits and pieces that add up. As we see, oh, well, he's actually had delivery on, so he does what kind of Lillekanin didn't do. Is he going to deliberate? He does. Wow. Okay, well, I like the idea of the Liberator, but now that's not great.
Actually, the barracks ended up being great there. It kind of messed with the auto attacks of Clem.
Yeah. But now there's a tank up for Clem as well. Like, he's also just getting himself into this better and better defensive position.
Yeah, until he loses SCVs or like hardcore production buildings, this is still fine for Clem, I feel.
Yeah, as long as he can hold his ramp and not allow Lillekanin to get too much further forward. He needs to get repositioned
his factory.
Yeah,
Mikey should absolutely go for the kill move on this.
Clem's already building a new one. It's almost as though he wants to give the current one up, but he actually saves it just about. I mean, really was like a last second sort of save there. As Lillekanin just leapfrogging tanks forwards, a couple at, or one at a time. He only has a couple. I mean, the Vikings are annoying. Liberator will go across the map, though, and that could be very painful for Lillekanin to lose so much of his eco over there. Lillekanin sees it, so he's going to send a Viking with it.
Even then, that's still, it's one Viking going home. That's going to kill a lot of SCVs before it gets killed.
Yeah, it's true.
The Cyclones are really important here for Clem, too. You'll note they didn't try and build a tech lab because he knows he needs units. Still backed into one base like this, it's a tough situation to be in.
Ooh, he's actually going to start getting kill on this tank. He has another scan, so it's going to be a tank kill there. I mean, that's huge for Clem to be able to pick off a tank and just slow down the power of this contain. He's actually forgot about this Liberator across the map. There we go. Siege is up, and now he's going to be able to start picking away some SCVs.
So. He loses his tank, though. Unsieges it, not in time. So yeah, SCVs died to the Liberator, and as predicted, it's going to kill a lot of them before the Liberator goes down. But Lillekanin actually gets up the ramp now with no siege tank for Clem. This is a hard fight to take.
It actually really is, and also his units are just struggling in general to push through.
His own city, yeah.
I wonder if he's just got enough SCVs where he can pull them into fight, though, because he really has done a lot of damage across the map, and he must know that.
Wow. Just lost command center, though, so I don't know if he can afford to do it anymore. Goes in with the Cyclones. He's going to be able to take this fight, but the Vikings land. The Vikings are better than Cyclones, and Clem's almost out of army.
Wow. I mean, Lillekanin made it work. Yeah, well, Lillekanin made it. I really don't know why Clem didn't at least try to pull SCVs in, though, at some point, right? Because even if you feel as though it's not the best decision, it's better to not lose the game than to lose everything, right? GG, Lillekanin makes it work out. Even though it wasn't looking pretty for him at all, Clem just made a lot of mistakes at home in terms of how he defended, like some micro mistakes, losing his tank and having to get pushed away. Losing that Liberator was huge as well.
He took a lot of damage on the Reaper too. That Reaper could have been a bigger game ender than it ended up being. But we're gonna go to a quick commercial break, guys. It's been about half an hour since the last one, so sit tight. Subtember starts in 40 minutes from now, and I'm hoping to see some subs flood in. But we're gonna go to that 2-minute break, and when we get back, we'll see you guys for your game. All right, we're back. Game number 3. First ace match of the day. Tied up 1-1. In the bottom right, we've got Lillekanin.
And he's trying to take down current king of the hill, or of the summit, whatever we're calling it. It's Clem.
Yeah, maybe we should make a little icon on the overlay or something for whoever the king currently is, so people know. But yeah, Clem already $50 in his pocket. Win or lose, doesn't matter. He can't walk away today with less than $50. So, hoorah! However, again, we've got quite the lineup of players for this. You know, we talked about Lillekanin. Now you've got Optimus coming up afterwards, Bly, Hero Marine, maybe Stefano, maybe Beastie, maybe Raynor. Like, there's a lot of players in this mix.
Yeah, it's really just warming on up. Like, we're barely even started right here, and it's already been incredible games. We're just saying through the break, like, we've really been treated to like crazy matches, considering we're talking about kind of warm-up kind of games and really just getting into the action. So
goddamn love Bly in chat. He says Kaneen just delays the schedule. Don't worry, I'll fix it. Yo, I'm sad. Actually, I'm gonna talk about Bly here, and I know he's here, so he's like, your ears are gonna be burning. But I really miss like old Bly in some ways. Like new Bly, current Bly, he's good at the game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say otherwise, okay? But the guy who would like Nidus Swarm every game relentlessly, who would be in a position to lose, but then still go eat more Nidus Swarms and somehow win the game. Like, I kind of miss those games a little bit. But he was also not as consistently winning or making top 8, top 4 in brackets as well. So kind of like torn on it, right? Bly's always been a very fun player to watch. And win or lose, when he comes up today, I'm very excited because it's going to be a TvZ guaranteed at this point, with either Optimus or Lillekanin being his opponent.
yeah, it should be pretty great. Or Clem. Did you say Clem?
Oh, I guess, yeah, sorry, excuse me, you're right, it could be Clem as well.
Clem too, unless you're already just predicting the future of this game, and you're that confident.
Well, I was thinking Optimus, I was looking at Lillekanin. I shouldn't have even said Lillekanin, I was gonna say maybe Optimus. Yeah, let's go the other way. Yeah, and maybe Clem too. Crazy, could be one of these three.
It could be anyone that plays before him in this King of the Hill format. Who would have thought?
Actually, before we get off this topic, I don't know what it is, Wardy. Lately, I have fallen like head over heels in love with Indian and Ukrainian women.
I thought you were gonna say me. I was gonna be like, wow.
No. Don't bend that way, bro. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm not quite so flexible.
Well, there's a reason you got me onto Cast today.
Yeah, well, everyone knows it's the 5-year-long con for Zombie Grub, you know? I gotta start some side action because she's not putting out, so... Please don't tell her I said that, guys. She's flying to Montreal. I know. Shit. Nice grenade to meet the Reapers. Unfortunately, though, for Lillekanin, he's actually in a lot of trouble with this. 2 Reapers don't seem like a lot, but there's nothing to stop this till the Banshee comes out.
Wow, that really isn't at all. He's gonna do good damage. 2 workers killed. He'll get the one building the CC as well, which slows it down, which is nice because he also hasn't started his own.
Well, here's the other part of this is more deadly. He's got his own Banshee coming across the map afterwards. If Lillekanin has to spend any time delayed dealing with Clem's Reapers with this Banshee, this gets to the other side of the map slower. This means Clem gets a hit on the Banshee war, and if you start shooting with the Banshees, like it's always going to be in the favor of the guy who shoots first. The real Han Solo Greedo dynamic.
Oh man, Clem is already 5 workers ahead, and low ground CC is really nice as long as he can defend it, and he's got double cycle. And Clem's not playing Cloak on the Banshee though, so there is more potential for Lillekanin to do damage with the kind of Cloak Banshee of his own. Let's see if he can find it.
I have to apparently look up Estonian woman according to the chat now too. New waifus! Oh boy, I'm so excited. One of mine is going to get taken down. That was his only hope for anti-air. So, yeah, well, Clem may end up just hammering away these Cyclones. The Raven, he's got it. I think that there's just simply not going to be the same option here as Lillekanin is just down by 10 workers through this. And Clem, did he even lose a single one? One SCV building the command center, I think, is what went down there.
Yeah, he's defending as well. Killed the Banshee. No real damage taken. And Lillekanin's already playing from a deficit in the first 5 minutes of the game. And that's TvT. Sometimes your defense isn't on point. You can already fall behind to the point where we kind of look at it as like, well, what do you do to not just straight up lose this game now? And what does Lillekanin do not to straight up lose this game? He has to do something, but even Clem throwing down a third CC.
He calls Clem's parents in real life, tells them they didn't do his homework. Dad comes in. He's like, son? I mean, no, because he's French, so he's like, bonjour! Like, it's just like...
Bonjour. He doesn't say son in French, he just says bonjour instead, yeah.
Like, slams the door open. Hello! Okay, I messed that one up. Point is, just get his dad to kick him off the computer. Easy peasy. It's like, but Dad, I'm trying to win $50. I don't care, son. Your education's more important. You know? That's how you get back into the game.
Oh, man, fresh mule goes down to Lillekanin. That's not pretty. Cyclones locking onto each other's ravens. They get pushed away, and maybe Clem can't really push through and do damage here, but
Doesn't
he can
need to.
still. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't have to, right? Third CC's finished for him. He's even added on his extra production already, whereas Lillekanin is just now getting a second factory. And this is not Abyssal Reef either. Like, Lillekanin can't just sit and hope to defend for as long as he's on Abyssal Reef. He's gonna have a harder time. I don't even want to know what.
Yeah, you guys are right. I'm teaching you French. Bonjour is French for son. Au revoir is French for daughter. And omelette du fromage means literally everything else. This is what I learned growing up.
What about the gas?
Oh man, this has just gotten out of hand. Auto turret's picking this off now too. The difference in worker supply is almost 20. I mean, I don't care whether it's mech bio or somehow he plays Zerg. This is such a bad spot for Lillekanin.
Somehow he played Zerg. What about Protoss?
Yo, it's
man?
feasible. You have Psi emitters. Hello? Control the Zerg, UED style?
Hey, if he played Protoss, maybe he could do this, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, you're right. Well, as Terran, unfortunately, you don't get the F2A keys. That only comes with playing Protoss. I don't know. I don't want to be so shitty to pros. I want to make this clear, by the way, guys. I did reach out to Protoss players, but they are all flying up for like WCS today, and like that's why Nurchio's not here, for example, as well. A lot of folks are going to Montreal.
What a surprise! Every Protoss player manages to get to WCS, but not all the Terrans and Zergs. I wonder why.
Honestly, both Protoss players, Wardy, you are correct. All of them. Feels bad, man. This attack on Clem to the south, I mean, these tanks, these Marines, he can just really push in here, and if it comes down to a base trade, I still favor him, just because he's got a third base. He's got more bases to trade than Lillekanin does.
Yeah, I mean, he's just going to do so much damage faster as well, I think. Giving Clem, well, he already sees this, and now he's going to realize it. A Lillekanin siege is up. It'll take him a while to break through even the natural expansion here, though, and when Clem gets stim, he's just building up units. He'll have tanks in position. And Clem's already on top of the production here, more or less. He's going to get in before there's a tank. I mean, this has got Clem's name written all over it. This game number 3, and he's going to stay as the king, unless something crazy happens.
I mean, that's the beauty of these scenarios. Something crazy can happen, right? But he's floating to the corners. I don't think it's recovery plan for Lillekanin. I think it really is just like buy as much time and hope that his army is somehow better. But you guys, before you blame him for doing this, he doesn't know that Clem is a third. I think if he saw that base, he's probably like, okay, this isn't. I just can't. It won't happen. It's sad because I like Lillekanin a lot. I was hoping to see him advance out of the brackets, but Clem now with 2 best of 3s. While I say it a little bit early, still 2 potentially here best of 3s under his belt. This is great for one of the more amateur players we invited to the tournament today.
Yeah, man. What if he goes all the way? Can you imagine the story that would be? That'd be insane.
If Clem goes all the way, dude, he deserves it. That'd be so sick to see him take like the full 600 run.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be actually absolutely, it'd just be crazy. Couldn't even put it into words. Wow. Already $100 though. Doing well for himself in the first 2 series. And he has more TvT yet to come.
Yeah, Optimus on deck, and then the winner of that plays against Bly, and then we maybe get into territory where there's some open spots available. As, excuse me, depending on time, we do have 3 possible players to take those spots, with BC, Stefano, and Raynor potentially. But Optimus says salute. Wow, I don't think that's a really offensive thing to call him. He's too young to be a salute. You ever see, there's a show called Clone High. You ever see Clone High?
No, I haven't.
One of my favorite dumb lines is JFK. Oh, sorry, I guess the basis of the show, by the way, it's a bunch of like cloned famous people in high school. It's really dumb, but so good. And JFK is like this kind of jock, and he's like hitting on these girls. He's like, oh, I see a word that starts with an S and ends with an S and has a lot of me inside. Sluts. All right. We're going to go to commercial break, guys. I'm going to update the score page, and shout out to anyone who's watched Clone High. It's my favorite fucking show. We'll see you guys in a bit with Optimus versus Clem.